Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years. We're dedicated to delivering quality auto parts, expert customer service, fast and free shipping, all backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. So visit us at 1aauto.com, your trusted source for quality auto parts.
In this video, we're going to be working with our 2006 Chrysler 300 3.5 liter V6. We're going to show you how to remove and replace the vehicle's idler pulley. If you like this video, please click subscribe. We have a ton more information on this and many other vehicles. And if you need this part for your car, you can follow the link down in the description over to 1aauto.com. Here are the items you'll need for this repair. Before removing your serpentine belt, always be sure that you have a belt path diagram. Normally there's one located on the radiator support or on the bottom of the hood. However, if yours is missing, you can use a paint marker and simply draw up what you see on the belt path. We'll start by drawing our pulleys. The first one I see here is the power steering pulley at the top right. We'll put a P in there. Come across, and we have a little one here. This is an idler, so we'll put an I in there. Come down to the bottom left corner. We have a little alternator pulley. Coming back, we have our tensioner, which I like to draw the pivot and a little arm with a little pulley on the end, so we know that that's our tensioner. That loops around, and then right between the tensioner and the idler, we have our crank, which will draw much bigger. Put a C on there. And then right about here, we have our AC compressor. So now we'll just draw the belt along the outside of the pulleys. Comes up, goes under the tensioner, and around the crank, under the AC, and around the power steering. And I'm no artist. These are not great drawings by any means. However, it follows the right path. I can see all the pulleys and they're marked. So it's all we need to make sure that everything goes back on correctly. Using a 3/8 drive ratchet, place the square drive into this square 3/8 hole at the bottom of the tensioner and rotate it clockwise to release the pressure on the serpentine belt. Remove the belt from whatever pulley is easiest to reach. Remove your ratchet and finish removing the belt from the pulleys. Using a flat blade screwdriver, pop the cover off of the idler pulley so we can access the T40 torque screw securing our pulley to the engine. With a T40 Torx bit and a ratchet, remove the center screw. The pulley will come off with it. Here we have our old idler pulley that we removed from our vehicle and our new part from 1aauto.com. As you can see, these parts are the same diameter and width. We have the same center hole and bearing, as well as the same width and number of grooves to make sure that our belt engages fully and properly. Your idler pulley is designed to pick up long gaps between parts. You can see in our vehicle that this pulley sits between the alternator and the power steering pump, which are actually on entirely opposite sides of the engine, and if just bridged normally, would be a huge area to create slack and noise in your serpentine belt. Where these are made out of plastic and contain a bearing, it is possible for these to crack, melt down a little bit if your belt's too tight and getting these really hot, or the bearing itself can seize and cause some issues. If you're having any of these problems, This new part from 1A Auto is going to go in direct fit, just like your original equipment, and fix you up right. The idler screw bolt has a little spring washer around it, so you'll want to press it into the center of the pulley first. See, it won't come off easily then. We'll line it back up with the hole, get it in as tight as we can by hand, and then torque it to 21 foot-pounds. The actual torque spec is 250 inch-pounds, which works out to 20.8 foot-pounds. So we'll just go for 21 to make things easier. Reinstall the plastic cap over the center. Just kind of presses into place, and make sure that your pulley rolls smoothly. Doesn't have any side-to-side play, and you can reinstall your belt. Reinstall your serpentine belt. The best way to reinstall the belt is by flipping it with the ribs facing the engine and sliding it between the tensioner pulley and the engine. Then flip it over so the smooth side is touching the tensioner pulley. Wrap it back under, over the crank, under the crank, and around the AC compressor. From there, we'll go around the outside of the power steering pump. We'll go over the idler pulley. Ensure that your belt path is correct and that it isn't snagged or hung up anywhere. We'll keep the alternator part in hand, so when we crank our tensioner, we can slide it over the pulley. Double check that your belt path is correct and fully seated. Release the tensioner and remove your ratchet.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at 1aauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.